got some really bad news for you. You aren't perfect. None of us are. You're gonna make mistakes. In fact, I'm still constantly making mistakes. There are gonna be errors in your code. There are going to be lots of errors in your code. In fact, anytime you watch someone coding and are impressed by their lack of mistakes, it is almost certainly because they spent a lot of time making mistakes. And they've learned to avoid the common pitfalls that we all, as developers, fall into. The sooner you can view mistakes and errors as a positive result of your own experimentation, the quicker you will be on the road to mastering a language, and the much less frustration you'll feel. Remember, if you aren't failing, you aren't learning. There are different types of errors. The most common errors are syntax errors, and they can be very frustrating as you're first diving into a language. The good news is, the Java compiler is very good at reporting these, and usually the answer is pretty clear. Now, let's go break stuff. Hopefully you haven't had any errors yet. Let's intentionally make one. I'm going to misspell the string declaration here, making it spelled as the popular singer Sting. Let's see what happens. I'm going to press the up arrow and get our information back here. We will see here that we got an error. It says cannot find symbol. And if you look, this shows the line number, which is 13, line 13. And it says the error cannot find symbol. And then also underneath here, there's an arrow that's pointing up at exactly where the problem is. So that is wonderful. But now you saw me make the change from string. But if you didn't, and if for some reason you didn't see the obvious arrow pointing at the lead singer of the Police, one place we could turn is the internet. Java's been around for a long time. It'll be hard to stump Google with a Java problem. It's heard them all. Let's give it a spin. I'm going to copy this. Can I find symbol error? And I'm going to swing over to Google and I'm going to paste that. So we got some results here. We have 482,000 results. Let's go ahead and look at the first one here. I'm feeling lucky. Okay. When a Java program is being compiled, the compiler creates a list of identifiers in use. If it can't find what an identifier refers to, it can't complete the compilation. This is what we're seeing. This is what the cannot find symbol error message is saying. That's what we're getting. It doesn't have enough information to piece together what the Java code wants to execute. Okay, so some possible causes. Trying to use a variable without declaring it. Well, that's not the case because that was our declaration line. Misspelling a class or method name. Possible that we misspelled. Let's go back and take a... That's right, we did misspell it. So let's go ahead and put an R back in there. Okay, so there's an example of cannot find symbol. Another one that is very common is this. If we make this a lowercase s here on the string and we'll save this. Let's go ahead and we'll run it again. Okay, we'll get a cannot find symbol and it's on string and string is spelled right. So let's go ahead and let's jump back over there and let's search for that specifically. So we have cannot find symbol and string. Okay, so now 198,000 results here. If I scroll down and I see, oh, this one's from Oracle. That's great because Oracle's the company that currently makes Java. So let's take a look and see what they have to say here. This person is having a similar problem that we are. Java file's not recognizing string as in private string name. What is going on? Could this be an install problem? Oh, capital letter S. Oh, everything in Java is case sensitive. Okay, great. So let's go back and we can fix that. Perfect. So that's an example of what you can do when you get an error. Remember, just go out and search for it. Come to the forums if you need to as well. So now we know that we will make syntax errors and what they'll look like. I'll show off some more common gotchas in logic and other runtime errors as we dig a little deeper into our program. I've pointed out the seemingly endless resources on the internet, but I want to encourage you once again to use the Treehouse community to your advantage. Your fellow classmates are here to help. And by sharing your errors, it actually gives someone else the ability to learn from your mistakes.